Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my video. Alright, so I just want to give you guys a quick tip if you guys are in this situation. So basically, a couple of days ago, I was at the park. I parked my car, went out for a brisk walk, came back about 45 minutes later, and then tried to get into my car, and the remote didn't work. So I was like, all right, so if the remote didn't work, it's probably the remote battery that's dead. That's fine. I've had that situation happen before. Matter of fact, I had that situation happen a couple years ago. So battery's like $6 or whatever. So I took the key out and I got into my car. And funny thing is, I didn't hear any noise. It was completely dead. Didn't make anything of it. Tried to start it. It was nothing. No clicks, no noises, no lights on the dash, nothing. There was no power at all. So at that point, I thought maybe it was the dead battery. At that point, to me, I thought to myself, it's probably a dead battery. Like many of you have had that situation happen before. A dead battery happens. Dead batteries happen. All right, so, but seeing the batteries maybe like a year and a half old, and I changed it out a year and a half ago. It kind of, you know, I was like, batteries should last a lot longer than that. But obviously, there have been situations. That bad batteries happen. All right, bad batteries happen for whatever reason. So I was like, okay, not a problem. I was like, let me just get my power pack out, my Noco power pack out that I got from Walmart for like $100. Let me just jump it, right? I'll jump it. Alternator will work. It can run with a dead battery. Not a problem. I'll drive it to AutoZone. Actually, I'll drive it to Walmart and get a $70 Walmart battery again. Pop it in. That's what I got the first time around. Haven't had any kind of issues with that at all. So I was thinking to myself, let's do that. So my battery pack was at, I'll tell you guys what, my battery pack was at 50%. But I was like, that's gonna be enough to jump it, not a problem. So I popped it on and I tried to jump it and nothing. So I didn't even get a slow crank. I didn't get any kind of power in the car. No power whatsoever. Tried a couple of times, put the cables in different positions. Nothing. So I was like, maybe the battery terminal cable needed to be clean. It wasn't really dirty. It was kind of dirty, so I just wiggled it out of the way. Cleaned it a little bit with, I had some hydrogen peroxide and a paper towel. I cleaned it up as best as I could. Had a screwdriver that I just pretty much just, you know, tried to get the corrosion off as much as I could. And I got a lot of the corrosion off. I popped it back on, and then I put the Noco battery pack cable on, and then I tried to start it, and nothing happened. Like before, there was no power, nothing, no power anywhere, nothing. All right, no noises, no power. It's completely 100% dead. So I was thinking to myself, maybe the Noco doesn't have enough power to get to start. But then I was like, you know what? No, that, you know, even if it didn't have enough power to start, even if there was 25% in a Noco, you know, the car would have made like maybe a slow crank, or at the very least, I would be getting some lights on the dash. At the very least, you know, even with a 10% battery pack, once I pop it on, I should be, maybe not 10%, I don't know. but I should be getting some lights or whatever, stuff that doesn't take a lot of electricity. And no, that nothing. So I was pretty sure that it was in the power pack that was the problem, because I was thinking maybe I should get a jump, but then again I think to myself, you know what, jump's not going to work because I'm getting no power at all. I'm getting no power at all. So I was thinking to myself, okay, so I clean the cables, I clean the terminals. What else could cause it? So I tried to follow the negative cable, make sure that it was grounded correctly. All right. Make sure that that was grounded correctly. So I was tugging on it just to make sure that it was tight, and it was tight. And I was thinking, probably wasn't a negative cable. I could just cross that out on the diagnosis list. Cross that out. So I was like, let's check out something else. All right, let's check out the fuse box. Let's check out the relays. But I was like, let's check out the fuse box. Now, there wasn't a specific fuse that I was looking for, to be honest with you. I was just looking to see whether there was any kind of short anywhere, whether some of the fuses were burnt out, whether one of the fuses were burnt out, whether I was smelling anything, whether I was smelling anything burning, whether I saw any kind of brownish, darkish looking coloration on any of the fuses, just to make sure that none of them were burnt out. And guess what? None of them. From my eyesight, from what I was seeing, I didn't see anything that was an issue with it. Now I was thinking about maybe the relays, but I don't think there's a main relay to the battery. As far as I knew, I didn't think there was a main relay to the battery. So I was thinking to myself, all right, what could be causing this? Because it seems that there's no connection at all from the battery to the fuse box, to the rest of ECU, to the car. So I was looking at the cables themselves, just to look at them, and I noticed that the positive cable has this it's called, what is it called? It's called a fusible link is what it's called. And now that I know that it's called a fusible link, but looking at it, they have these little tiny windows, mini windows, and if you guys look close enough, all of them actually has this little fuse wire, metal fuse wire that connects one end to the other. And I was looking at them, and a couple of them actually looked like they were burnt. So I actually took my screwdriver and took the little plastic window off, and yeah, it was you know, the fuses, that's what it's called. That's what a fuse is. It's just a different type of fuse on the battery. And I noticed that was burnt. So I actually took my screwdriver, and what I did was I actually popped it onto the fuse just to connect the two ends. I had my door open, and once I connected it, I heard some, you know, beeping and all that stuff, and at that point I knew that it was that was causing the problem, because I had power at that point. I knew exactly that was the problem. So basically what I did at that point was I had some tools, and couple of things that I normally keep in my car, and I was trying to see whether I could actually just patch up the two ends, just to see whether I could get it to maybe drive it to an auto zone or whatever. But I didn't. I X'd out on doing that because I really didn't want to cause another situation, maybe a bigger situation, by doing that, because fuses exist for a reason, and I couldn't figure out why it blew out, and I don't want to. And it blew out at a certain amp for a certain reason. and I didn't want to cause a bigger issue. So what I did was I actually called AutoZone, and normally they have these in stock because most Nissans and Infinitis have these fusible link, or if not all of them have this fusible link on the battery. So they always have this in stock. They're always interchangeable because Nissan and Infiniti, they actually use these on all the batteries. But I thought to myself, yeah. So I called AutoZone. They had it. I took a Uber, called a Uber, took a Uber to AutoZone, and came back and popped it back in and started it. It started fine. It works fine. It's been working fine. No issues whatsoever. So if you guys find yourself in this kind of situation where you guys are in a need of a quick fix, and you know it's not the battery that's the issue, and you guys have no power whatsoever, and you guys try to jump and it doesn't jump, doesn't start, it seems like there's no electricity going through it, look at this. All right, definitely check out your fusible link to make sure that your fusible link does not have any issues. It's not blown, the fuse is not blown, etc., etc. Because majority of the time this situation causes these kind of electrical disconnect between the battery and the fuse box. So anyway, hope you guys like this video. Guys, have any comments, please leave a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff, right guys?